Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, hi, hello, my name is Brianna, and today I have a bit of a collective book haul that I wanted to share with you. These books I have been collecting probably since like the end of January and then all of the month of February. Just a few books that I have bought in that you haven't seen in other videos, or a lot of books that have been sent to me by publishers or authors. I love book haul videos because I feel like you just get to see some new books that you might not have seen yet. And just getting new books is always fun. I always say that reading and then getting new books, whether that's buying books or getting book mail, those are two separate hobbies, two totally different things. So yeah, here are a bunch of, I think literally, well, not all of them are new books. They're all new to me, but majority of these are newly published books that have just come out recently or they are coming out soon. So let's just get started. First, I am going to start out with a few books that I bought for myself. It was my birthday, I had some gift cards, so I bought myself a few new books. What can I say? The first one I got is Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams. This is the third book in the When in Rome Interconnected Standalone series by her. I absolutely love When in Rome, and then Practice Makes Perfect. I still enjoyed but didn't love it as much as the first, but I've heard amazing things about this one so far. It just came out in January, so has not been out for too long, but this one I think is about like rival teachers in this small town. I don't know, it sounds really fun. I've heard there's a lot of banter in it, and I love banter. Next, for a book I have bought myself, is The Favorites by Lane Fargo. And if you've been keeping up with my videos, you might be like, Brianna, don't you already have that book and have already read it? Yes. I read it in January for the first time. Absolutely loved it. Like, it will go down in history as one of my favorite books as all time. But I have it in hardcover, and then in February, currently, I am listening to the audiobook of it because I needed a fix of it. I love it that much. And I was like, I really want to annotate it, but I hate annotating on hardcover books. So I bought a paperback of it. The only paperback I could find was a large print copy. And the print is definitely large. So I don't really care. Like, I will definitely annotate this, and then probably like in a year when it comes out in paperback, not large print, I'll probably buy it again and annotate it again because I love this book so much. So yeah, I am really looking forward to annotating this. I will probably do so in March because I can't get enough of these characters. What can I say? And then I think this is the last book that I purchased for myself, but it is Rebel Witch. This is book 2 of the Heartless Hunter duology. I read Heartless Hunter, I want to say like 6 months ago, and I did a buddy read of it with one of my friends, and we were like, okay, when Rebel Witch comes out, we definitely need a buddy read that one as well, because the cliffhanger at the end of Heartless Hunter is crazy. It is a YA romantasy series about a witch and a witch hunter. So, enemies to lovers, forbidden romance, just so good. I can't wait to see how this duology ends. I mean, I'm kind of scared based on how Heartless Hunter ended, but I feel like it has to have a happy ending, right? Hopefully. The next 3 books I'm going to show you were sent to me by my friend for my birthday. So we have The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. I love the Fourth Wing series by Rebecca Yarros, so I have been wanting to get into her contemporary romances. They're all like soldier war romances, which I think is really interesting because Rebecca Yarros' husband is in the military, so she writes like military romances. I read In the Likely Event, so this will be the next Rebecca Yarros contemporary romance I read, and I think this one is about a soldier and like his best friend died in combat, so he wrote a letter to the main character of this book, and he wants him to go like help take care of the now dead soldier's little sister because I think she's a single mother. I have heard that this book will rip your heart out. I'm so excited to read it. I think my sister-in-law and I are going to read it for our April book club book. So we're very excited. I love single parent romances, and if this one has like super emotional depth to it, I will love it, I'm sure. Then my friend also got me The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Also did not realize how thick this book is. Oh my gosh, it's like 550 pages. You know what, that's okay. We love Kristen Hanna. Her writing is amazing, so it won't even feel that long. And I think my friend and I are going to buddy read this one. And this one is World War II in Paris. I don't know how well you can see the Eiffel Tower on there, but I think this one is about two sisters, and yes, stories of two sisters separated by years, experience, ideals, passion, and circumstance, each embarking on their own dangerous path towards survival, love, and freedom in the German-occupied, war-torn France. A heartbreakingly beautiful novel that celebrates the resilience of the human spirit and the durability of women. I feel like everyone loves this book. I cannot wait to dive into it. And lastly, my friend sent me The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake. This is the first book in the Atlas Six series. I don't know how many books are out now, but it is like a fantasy dark academia. I really like Olivia Blake's writing style. I have read One for My Enemy, which is a 5-star read, and then Masters of Death, which I didn't love the story, but I still liked her writing style. So I'm very excited for the Atlas Six. I feel like this one kind of has mixed reviews. People either love it or hate it. Hoping I'm one who loves it. The next books I have to show you, I think, are from the Nerd Fam. And we have The Women in the Wallpaper. And can we please just take a moment for this cover? Like, it is so beautiful. It says, as revolution blazes across France, the lives of Sophie, Laura, and Hortense are set to crash head-on in staggering and irrevocable ways. Irrevocable ways. After the death of their beloved father, Sophie and Laura are forced to move from their family home in Marseille to a small village on the outskirts of Paris, where they've been offered work in a factory renowned for its intricately illustrated wallpaper. Laura attracts the attention of the owner's son, Joseph. As Sophie's political fervor intensifies, meanwhile, Joseph's spoiled, aristocratic wife, Hortense, senses the mob closing in. But the sisters then notice something unsettling about the wallpaper's pattern. At the heart of its seemingly idyllic vignettes are recurring images of Madame Justine, the former wife of the factory's owner, who they discover met an untimely and mysterious death years before, and who bears an uncanny resemblance to Laura. She becomes increasingly disturbed by the way in which her life appears to mirror that of the woman in the wallpaper, and is gripped by paranoia. As the fires of the revolution engulf the country and the shadow of the guillotine looms large, can Sophie, Laura, and Hortense change what lies ahead, or are there some patterns destined to be repeated? Wow, this sounds like an amazing historical fiction with some magical realism elements to it. I am thoroughly excited. And then the other books that I got from the Nerd Fam, it is a romantasy series, I think dark romantasy. We have River of Shadows, so this is a part of the Underworld Gods. And then book 2 is Crowns of Crimson. Book 3 is City of Darkness. And book 4 is Goddess of Light. I also got artwork with those, but unfortunately it got damaged. Not by like Nerd Fam or anything. I spilled something on it on my desk and they're ruined. So I'm really bummed about that because the artwork was so stunning. But thank you so much to the Nerd Fam for that series. Next, I have a few books that indie authors reached out to me and asked if they could send me. So of course I'm going to share that on here with you guys. First, we have You Should Have Just Let Me Go by Bailey Thomas. And this one is about a couple who has been together for quite some time. The female main character is waiting for a ring, but the male main character is just like so focused on his career as a real estate agent, and now they are kind of having to decide if they actually see a future with each other and if they want to continue this relationship. I am very scared that this one's gonna rip my heart out. Like unhappy endings, and I know that if like a couple chooses to go their separate ways because it's like the right move for them individually, that's a good thing, but like Also, it will hurt my heart. So thank you so much to author Bailey Thomas for sending me your book. You guys should definitely go check it out and support an indie author. And then next we have There Are No Words by Danny Ryan. I talked about this one a little bit in my reading updates video a few days ago. This one is an accidental pregnancy trope book where after a one-night stand, the female main character ends up pregnant, and it is with her roommate. So obviously circumstances are a little bit different because they live together and they're now going to be raising a baby together. But they don't really know how it will work since they're not in a romantic relationship together. They just want to do what is best for the baby, whether they are together, whether they are not together. And I am currently reading an e-arc of this, and it is going pretty well. I really, really like the male main character, Brady. He is just so on board immediately, and he is reading parenting books, he's reading pregnancy books, he's really, really sweet. I really honestly don't like the female main character that much right now because she's kind of offended that he's reading these books, and it's he's doing it for your baby and for you, but I don't know. We'll definitely have to tell you my full thoughts on it when I finish it. And I think the rest of the books I am going to show you are all from publishers. First we have Room Hate by Penelope Ward. I believe this was just traditionally published, but look at the cutesy little sprayed edges. It says, sharing a summer house with a hot as hell roommate should be a dream come true, right? Not when it's Justin Banks, Amelia's former best friend and the only man she's ever loved, who now hates her. When Amelia's grandmother died and left her half of her beach house, there was a catch. The other half would go to the boy she helped raise, the same boy who turned into a teenager whose heart Amelia broke years ago. The same teenager who's now a man with a hard body and a hard-headed personality to match. Amelia hasn't seen Justin in years, but neither one is willing to give up the house, which means they're living together, at least for the summer. The worst part, Justin didn't come alone. But there's a very thin line between love and hate, and beneath Justin's sharp edges, the boy she knew is still there, and so is their connection. The problem is, now that Amelia can't have Justin, she's never wanted him more. This is just, it looks so cute. I know it's going to be a little spicy because it's Bloom Books, but this looks like and sounds like such a great summer read for this year. Then we have Story of My Life by Lucy Score. This one comes out March 11th, I believe. And this is a small town grumpy sunshine romance. It says, what's more inspiring to a rom-com author than a hot, grumpy contractor literally knocking down walls? So this one is about the main character, Hazel. She is an author and she is not feeling the inspiration she needs to write her next book. So she ends up buying a house in this small town, very old house. And she wants to hire Cam, who is this grumpy contractor, to renovate the house for her. I think this sounds so good. I always love when a character in a book is a bookish person. She's an author, she loves books, and I love a good grumpy sunshine. And then we have The Deer and the Dragon and The Fox and the Falcon and cutesy little sprayed edges. This is book 1, and then this is book 2. I think this is a spicy romantasy series where the characters are princes of hell. That alone has me sold. Thank you so much to Bloom for sending me those. And then the last pile of books I have to show you are all from Berkeley. First we have Code Word Romance, and again, a moment for the cover. I just know this is going to be the perfect beach read for this summer. It says, one fake prime minister, one ridiculously hot handler, and one Italian summer collide in this thrilling adventure rom-com. Max is just your average girl. She works odd jobs, has a soul-crushing amount of debt, and happens to bear an uncanny resemblance to Europe's youngest female prime minister. Sophia is powerful, beautiful, and unfortunately, someone is trying quite hard to assassinate her. When the CIA approaches Max with a deal, a life-changing amount of money if she pretends to be Sophia on the Prime Minister's annual Italian vacation, she packs her bags for the Amalfi Coast. Delicious food, the breathtaking views, this trip would be a dream if it weren't for those pesky assassins and Flynn, the handler assigned to Max's case. Flynn, who has unexpected history with Max from another sun-drenched summer years and years ago, has been instructed to stay in Max's suite to protect her, and old passions and assassins collide. Losing herself in the role to a prime minister is one thing, but losing her heart to Flynn again, now that's a risk she isn't willing to take. And then we have Book Boyfriend, and again, I am just so obsessed with this. I think this cover is the cutest thing ever. And this one, again, is about bookish people who both love the same romantasy book series, but they are like rivals at work. They do not get along. They are kind of deemed enemies, but like, it's a romance book, so how much enemies can it really be? But they end up seeing each other at this like event for this romantasy series, and they're like, hey, you like that book too? So now they're kind of like bonding over this shared love for this book series, and I just love that. Strike and Burn. This one is a romantic thriller. I think in this one, the main character's twin sister has been murdered, and I want to say that her love interest is the person who killed her? I don't know, like the synopsis kind of confuses me. But either way, it sounds intriguing. And then we have Spiral. This is book 2 in the like Collide interconnected standalone series about hockey romance. So in this one, it is about a hockey player and a ballerina. What? Sorry, I just got so confused because like, you know, on the back of the books, it says, well, it says how much they cost. Like, yeah, this one says $19 USA, $25.99 Canadian, but this one only says the Canadian price. Like, if I'm confused. Oh yeah, an imprint of Penguin Canada. Wait, why is this one only Canada? I'm not sure what's going on with this one. Whatever. And then the last one from Berkeley is Dead Man's List by Karen Rose, and this is a part of the San Diego Case Files, like, suspenseful romance series. I have been very much into suspenseful romance books lately, so I'm very excited to have some more on my TBR. And I forgot to include this last book earlier with the books that I have bought, but for Book of the Month, with my subscription, this is not sponsored by Book of the Month. Again, I wish it was. Maybe one day we will manifest it. But it was my birthday, obviously, so I got like a free credit. So this is the book that I got with that. It says You Between the Lines. And I think this one is kind of like, again, enemies, rivals to lovers. Oh my god. Look at this bookmark that came with it. Love that. All's fair in love and poetry when former high school classmates reignite their rivalry in this prestigious MFA program in this steamy enemies to lovers debut. I've heard pretty good things about this one so far. I think it just came out like literally this week, but it just looks so perfect for the springtime if we ever get to the springtime here in Minnesota. But okay, those are all the books I had to show you today. I think there were like 20 some. I would just like to say a huge thank you to the publishers and authors who have sent me these books. It means the world to me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you are now going to add a few more books to your list that you want to read. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what videos you want to see from me in the future. And I will see you next time. Bye!